Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Just give me a moment as I set up my wonderful collective. Thank you for being here today. It's day 14, and I'm so excited that it's day 14 already. Can you imagine? We finished 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks. Thank you for bringing yourself here, and thank you for being here with me through this journey. It means a lot, and this is a definite accomplishment for the both of us, you and me. So, welcome again, and let's begin as I set up. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to see where I can see your chats. There you go. Day 14. Just going to say hello. Good morning. So great. It's day 14, and it's a wonderful day today because it's a Sunday, and we have actually made it so far. We've made it all the way here on day 14, and I really congratulate you, and I congratulate myself. It's quite an achievement, right? So yeah. Uh, well, look at the topic for today, and you will see that it is something that we're saying here that leaves us unfinished, right? We're still unfinished. And that's wonderful because we still have scope to do things better. I'm feeling a little better today. And yeah, it's great. We're unfinished and we're still enough. And that's the topic for today. And tomorrow we begin week 3 and we'll finish again soon in another week's time. And I'm so excited about that. You know, growth isn't about arriving at a certain destination. Growth is always becoming a little more of yourself each time, one day at a time. And I would like for you to look back and see how much has changed little by little about how you are doing things, things that you used to do earlier, probably that you're not doing today, things that you never did before that you're doing now. Wonderful, however it is, right? So I welcome you again, and I'm so glad you chose to be here today because the person who was here 14 days ago, if you look at that person, you will notice that things have changed from who you were then to who you are right now. Well, that doesn't mean to say that you've completely changed, but things have changed for the better, I hope, with a little bit. Your personality has changed a little better, I hope. And um, we're not trying to become someone new, we're just trying to remember things that we already knew. So over time, as we improve and our way of looking at things, we hope that we're getting back to a place where we're grounded. So let's prepare for the day. Take a nice deep breath, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in again, breathe out again. Breathe in again and breathe out again. That's great. Wonderful. So let's imagine that we have right in front of us a sapling and a tree, right? Just like the ones I brought the other day, like two different types of plants, but I can't bring a sapling here. So, uh, or a large tree here. I mean, it's impossible for me to do that, but that's the best thing that I could think of as a comparison for today. Okay. So, if you put them side by side, can you tell which one is successful? Well, it's not the tree. The tree has grown at its own pace. The sapling is still growing at its own pace. So nobody is actually trying to be more successful than the other here, right? They're both doing exactly what they're meant to do, right? And let us do as well what we are meant to do. Growth doesn't have a finish line, growth just keeps happening. I will show you in a while what it looked like when I started thinking about, the Clarity Collective and how to put it together, the names I gave it, the names I changed, and finally arrived on this. It took quite some time. It's not like, I decided today and I started tomorrow. That's not how it works, right? This idea is brewing in my head for some time, and then I decided to take off with it. So that's the way things work. So we are all pieces of work. We are all pieces of work that are unfinished, and we keep growing till our end. Even on the last day, we'll keep growing. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to do that successfully. So imagine that you're visiting a sculptor's workshop, and you see a magnificent sculpture, and right beside it you see this one that doesn't have proper jaws. It's like square, and the eyes are not set properly, and then the shoulders are not yet rounded, and it's kind of half finished block of marble, let us say, right? A half finished block of marble, and you're looking at it and you're thinking, this one isn't beautiful yet, this one is not done yet, right? And you look at the other one and you say, wow, look at this. Look at how that is looking. It's looking so great, right? How often have we spoken about ourselves as though we're worthy only when we are finished? Let me ask you that question again. How often have we spoken about ourselves like we are worthy only when we are finished doing something, accomplishing something? But human beings are not projects to complete, right? We are not projects to complete. We are stories that are still being written. We are stories that are still being written. So, at this point, I'd like to tell you about two very elderly people in my family. One, I mentioned before, she said she's never had headaches. She's still going strong. She's still well. And she's still hoping to see her great grandchildren and play with her great grandchildren, and she has a story to tell. Another is an uncle of mine who very recently fell ill and is now better and is getting back to doing yoga, and he's 85, right? So wonderful. These lives go on, and this it's so enriching to learn from people like that, to want to be like people like that, right? So, when do we decide that that story is finished? Is it in class 10? Oh, I accomplished something, so this story is done. Is it when we get our first professional degree? When is it? We don't have a finish line. We really don't have a finish line. The question is not that you show up perfect. The question is, you showed up here. You showed up here, and that is the greatest gift of all, to you and to me. So, thank you for watching and thank you for being here. All that matters is that you're here today with me because you chose this journey. You chose it, so it's good that you're here, right? Growth rarely announces itself saying that, oh, I am changing. No, that doesn't happen. One day you simply respond to something that you noticed and you say, this is what I'm going to change. This is what I'm going to do differently. This is what I want to make bigger. This is what I want to reduce sometimes. So, in growth in emotional regulation is actually reducing your anger or reducing something, right? A sense of sadness or something like that. So whether you're growing or you're increasing something or you're reducing something or you're changing something, instead of reacting to something, if you're responding and you're making it different, that is growth. That is growth, right? So you have actually paused instead of reaction. You breathe instead of rushing in, right? And you smile more easily. That itself is growth. You forgive a little sooner. You feel a little more joy. Not because someone changed you, not at all because someone changed you, but because you chose to change something about yourself. You kept going. You kept meeting yourself every morning. That is the reason why. And these little bits of change that we're doing, like I said, these are not new things to us. These are things that we've already done before or known before, but we need to keep reminding ourselves of them. So, yeah. Now, let's do a wonderful little visualization for today. Close your eyes and let's take 3 nice deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in again, and breathe out again. Breathe in again and breathe out again. Imagine walking into a beautiful art gallery. Every painting on the wall represents a different season of your life. Every painting on the wall represents a different season of your life. Some are bright, some are messy, some are unfinished. You stop in front of one canvas. It has today's date. You notice the blank spaces, colors that haven't been added yet, parts that feel uncertain still. Then a gentle voice says to you, step back. So you take 2 or 3 steps backward. You do. And from a distance, that the unfinished parts don't look broken. They look full of possibility. Now imagine picking up a paintbrush, not to fix that painting, just to add one gentle stroke, one act of kindness, one deep breath, one honest conversation, one quiet morning. Watch how one small stroke changes the whole picture. Just notice how it changes the whole picture. Just that one small stroke that you're making. Now, take another slow breath. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, I honor who I am. I welcome who I'm becoming. I honor who I am. I welcome who I'm becoming. Let that settle. Let that settle in. Now, rub your palms together, place your hands over your cheeks and your eyes, and slowly come back. Slowly come back. Wonderful. Remember that you still have the opportunity to use different strokes on that wonderful painting. And our experiment for today, instead of asking yourself tonight, what did I accomplish? Don't ask what did I accomplish. Ask how did I meet today? How did I meet today? Did I meet it with some patience, with a good attitude? Did I meet it with a little more awareness? Did I meet it with a little more kindness and a little more courage? These are the things that I'd like you to ask, because that is growth. That is growth. Measure your lives by how you show up. Measure your life by how you show up, not only by what you produce. Okay? This is not about that magnificent project that you're doing. This is about you. And it's just about how you show up to that project or to other things in your life. So, 14 mornings ago, you made a very simple decision to begin again. And you didn't promise yourself perfection. We didn't promise you perfection. You simply kept returning. And because you returned, we're here today. Thank you so much for participating so wonderfully. And thank you for showing me your support as well as, a regular participant. That's wonderful to have you here. I would really, really like to thank you. And I just want to show you, what this was like when I started. You can see the scribbles everywhere. Oh, I dropped something, sorry. Just a second, let me show you what this was like. There you go. Can you see all that? I can't recognize it. I can't remember reading all this. I kept doing this. I kept doing all of this till I came to that. Now, when I show you this, it's definitely not how the program is going, right? That is what growth is. Over time, things change, things become better, things become good, things change for the better. And that is wonderfully so. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for choosing yourself. Thank you for choosing this community, our collective, the Clarity Collective. Thank you for believing that ordinary moments can become extraordinary in your life and change ordinary lives. If no one has told you lately, I am proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Not because you've become perfect, just because you keep coming back, just because you try to get something out of what you're doing. So we begin week 3 tomorrow. And thank you for being here. Begin again. Thank you. See you. Bye bye. I'm so happy to see you here today. Thank you so much. Bye. Wonderful having you here. Wonderful having you participate for so long. Let's finish week 3. Let's make it to the finish line. Not because that matters much, but because every day is a step. It's a progress in our own growth. So see you tomorrow. Let's meet tomorrow and let's have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Bye. Behind the chains that held you tight, embrace the scars, they birthright. let's begin again. Love to see you here every day. Thank you so much, and let's begin with you tomorrow.